Hello, I'm Harry Watt of North Carolina State University Wood Products Extension. I'm here in Shelby, North Carolina with Stephen Fisher of Fisher Tree Service. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
Are you really an arborist?
I'm a licensed arborist, yes.
And how many crews do you have working in this area?
4 tree crews.
Okay. And how long have you been in the tree service arborist business?
I've been a licensed arborist since '05. I've been cutting trees since '02.
Okay. In 2007, you came to Statesville. We hosted the National Firewood Workshop, and you came as a troubled arborist. Is that correct?
Yes.
What did you tell us at that workshop?
I told you that I had a headache of ridding of my debris from my tree service.
Okay. And what did you try to do about it?
As the tree service grew, I grew a thorn in the side of trying to get rid of the waste of the tree service, and at that point we started looking into avenues such as firewood, why you are here today, Harry. With the firewood, we ran into issues so I started trying to burn the debris from the tree service, and with close proximity to my neighbors, I had issues of smoke and the threat of fire. We had issues with folks, and the fire department came out and told us we couldn't burn anymore, and because of our tight quarters of property or whatever. So we had to stop burning. We got backed into a corner. We started hauling to the landfill. The rates at the landfill were astronomical to rid of debris. So we started creating some firewood.
Well, to tell us, how did you figure out what processor you needed?
I wanted the biggest one on the market that I could find, and at that time that was the Bell's 8000. I researched and found the Bell's 8000, and it produced over 7 cords per hour. It took up to a 30-inch diameter log, and it split firewood as fast as you could load the logs. The issues that we ran into with the firewood would be, even though you have a machine of that caliber, it still takes a lot of elbow grease, a lot of leg work for prepping logs for the processor. It takes a lot from there to separate it from the trash and the streaks, the scraps coming off of it. You gotta separate, the biggest thing is separating oaks and hardwoods from the softer woods, because you have folks that desire a campfire type firewood. You have the folks that desire a hardwood. You can separate pecan and hickory and start separating cooking woods. I don't know which one.
Well, so it sounds like it really got involved for you. You're not in that business today. Why is that?
The problem with firewood, for one, people don't want to pay for it. People don't want to pay for what you have into it. I started looking at other avenues to rid of the material. We're grinding for mulch. A lot faster way to get rid of the product, because I had a lot of material to rid of. With the firewood processors, not all of this material will go through a firewood processor and create firewood. Crooked logs don't go through the processor. You're working big knots and stuff off of them. You got to have the certain diameters to match the processors. The firewood processors, the big ones, they only rid of maybe 25%, maybe even less than that, of your actual wood material.
Well, with an arborist, you're dealing mostly with more urban and suburban areas. A lot of those trees do grow in open environments compared to forest trees. So it is a challenge. We at the workshop in 2017 appreciated the situation you were in. You got a lot of advice from people. You continued doing that for another 3 or 4 years and decided to move on to this that would move more materials. But also you just recently bought another piece of equipment that can consume some of your waste. What was that?
Which piece are you talking about?
Sawmill.
So we have a Peterson slabber sawmill. We also have a LT40 Wood-Miser sawmill. And we also run a Peterson horizontal grinder, a track grinder. Not sure if you're familiar with that.
No, I'm not, but a good job. We appreciate hearing from Arborist. I think all the Arborists have gone through the problem you've had, and they've done different things. You gave the firewood industry a big shot, but it also took time and attention and money away from the arborist business, so you kind of redirected it today to what you're doing.
A lot of the headaches there were the actual labor hours that were associated with the firewood processor and the handling of that material. They were under the same tree code on my insurance policies, and at the rates that we were paying out for our labor to handle and deal with that material, with that machinery, it really made it never justified the expense.
Well, the trouble with the expense there is you're competing against firewood people that don't have as expensive and trained people as you have, and there was probably some of your employees that probably weren't that excited about working on firewood. They'd rather be climbing a tree.
Rather be climbing trees.
Okay. So what's your advice to arborists who are back where you were trying to figure out what to do?
Go get your doctorate. Go to lawyer school. No, from there, if anything, try to sort the woods separately so that you have the hardwoods in one category, you have the poplars and the different species of wood. You have them assorted out so that you can make most of that material. Folks will buy the firewood. In different areas, I found that the market for it and the prices are a lot higher and greater. In the mountains, they're going to pay a lot more for firewood than they are here.
Well, you're in Shelby, North Carolina. It's a medium-sized county seat town in western North Carolina.
Yep.
We do have winters here, but it's probably a 6-month winter, not an 8-month winter.
Very mild winter.
Yeah, so anyway, sorry the firewood didn't work for you, but thanks for sharing it both in the 2017 workshop and the 2021.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.